Well, we've actually been having some discussions about sort of how we might try to replicate some of the benefits of that face-to-face interaction. I've been chatting a bit with Beth from HealClick about this, and it seems like something to work towards. But if you were going to sort of name some of the kind of core, I guess, sort of benefits of that, everyone shows up in one place at one time, every Monday, like what should we learn from that we might be able to sort of translate into online organizing?
Well, it's a very crucial part of what made ACT UP a success, I think, and that is just the ability to be creative and brainstorm for your movement in a face-to-face setting. Conference calls and online arguments, they don't tend to get you don't feel the room change. Let me put it this way: as you're discussing, what should we do about this issue? Who should be the target? Okay, that's the target. What should be the demonstration? What should we do to get it in the news and make that the issue? People will raise their hands. Somebody will give an idea. You can kind of hear a kind of sigh or groan to the ideas that nobody's excited about. And then somebody raises their hand and says, well, what about this? And it's like, oh, you can just feel the excitement in the room of, yes, that's a brilliant idea. And then somebody jumps on that and says, oh yeah, and we can add this to it. And then you have this beautiful action from this think tank environment of creativity and feeling in a group what excites everyone. I have yet to see an app that does that. or an online forum that gets that sense of the room and builds that excitement to support an idea or to shoot down an idea. What happens online is people start proposing ideas. You have to be very diplomatic in how somebody takes the lead on shooting it down, and then there's animosity between those two people, and then arguments break out, and it's very slow and painful. And
and it seems like it must be much easier to argue face to face when you have like a real connection and a relationship, when you're going to go out for a drink afterwards, even if you've been arguing.
Exactly. So there really is nothing to replace it. But it's not to say that movements can't be done without it, and also that movements can't be done on a much smaller scale with just a handful of people. I did a lot of activism around crystal meth in gay men in 2004 with just 4 or 5 other guys, and we changed the politics in New York City on that issue. And we did some of that just with conference calls. So it can be done. It's not a roadblock, but there is nothing to replace it. So.